Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Hello, uglies. Gretchens are great, you don't have to stun them in order to execute them. So they're really great, just little health pickups when you need them. There's going to be another knob turning up at some point, there has to be. So you don't throw your heaviest thing into it only halfway through the sequence. Nicely done, Leandros. Right, time to get the hell out of here. This whole place is about to explode. Run away! Actually, I shouldn't say that. Space Marines do not run. Oh, there's nothing in the tactical doctrine that says you can't leg it out of an area that's about to explode. Especially when you're the ones that have caused it to explode. Nicely done, gentlemen.
The guardsmen will get their supplies now.
Captain Titus.
Love the architecture of the 40k universe as well.
Thank you.
Sorry, I feel like I'm nerding out a lot more than usual,
We're
but
gathering our wounded and are heading to the Andres habitation block to establish an outpost. With the cannon down, our support craft will land there.
Roger that,
Very
Lieutenant. Thank you very
My
much.
battle brothers and I must secure any operational Warlord-class Titans before the Orcs can loot them.
Good luck.
As I say, can Orcs... pilot Titans, I wonder, given that Titans require a neurological connection to their pilots. I wonder. I would have to research to find out. I know the Orcs can construct their equivalent of Titans. It's actually really rare to see Titans in video games for the simple reason that they are insanely big. Wow, he threw that grenade a long way. Wasn't expecting to go quite that far. Okay, let's get after these guys. I say, I bloody love the sound effect of his running. That sounds like a really weird thing to pick up on, but it's got an incredible feeling of weight to it whenever you sprint. You feel like you're an absolute charging behemoth, which is how you should feel. Space Marines are very much the unstoppable force. Once they start moving, you get the hell out of their way. Even down to the little shake of the screen whenever his foot falls.
Now that bridge is a testament to the might of the Imperium.
That it is.
That
they
Their
are.
work outlived all of them.
Well, the Adeptus Mechanicus are still around in one form or another, aren't they?
name is that. Did the lieutenant not say these tracks went to the complex housing the Titans?
Yes,
That
she
thing
did.
is a battering ram.
Okay, we're going to have to get over there and stop it.
Kill them all. I'd say, oh yes. I've played many games with more complicated combat systems. I've played many games with combat systems that are arguably superior. This is one of the most satisfying combat systems I have ever seen, because every damn strike feels so powerful. Every impact feels like you're breaking bones and smashing things in half. The only game that's ever come close to this, in terms of raw visceral satisfaction, is actually the first Batman Arkham game, Arkham Asylum, which just the combat system in that feels really good as well. I don't know why the version in Arkham City wasn't as satisfying to me. I think it's probably because for some reason the sound effects is where it was at. They just didn't sound anywhere near as chunky. Yeah, you can tell how many times I've played this game through. I'm up to 15,000 total kills. It'd still be a long time before I get that achievement for 40,000 total kills, but I'll get it eventually. But yes, what was I saying? Oh yeah. But for some reason they just felt less visceral for some reason in Arkham City and Arkham Origins. I haven't played Arkham Knight yet, in case you're wondering, because I am primarily a PC guy, and I'm waiting for them to, I'm waiting for the re-release. And incidentally, Warner Brothers,
I know you're not watching, but if you want to earn back any cred with the PC gaming community, your best option when you re-release it is to make it effectively a Game of the Year edition. Give us all the downloadable content, no extra charge. You know, anything less than that, and the community's going to hate you. Either that, or make sure the game re-releases at a fairly knockdown price. One or the other, or hell, if you actually want to earn back some credit, both. All the DLC free and a significantly knockdown price. That will actually earn you some cred back. That would be admitting you made a mistake, you screwed up, and you are sorry. I appreciate admitting your own faults is difficult. I'm terrible at it as well. But in the long run, it is the only way to improve. Okay. Whew. Alright, let's get on board this train.
Now to stop this ram. Time to impact.
No more than 6 minutes.
Ah, wonderful.
Time enough.
Okay, guys, let's roll. Okay. Hoorah. Okay. Ah, great. Hello, ugly. That really is the most efficient way to deal with Orc knobs. Just go to Fury mode and execute them immediately. Because most of the time, or correction, during the early game, you're only going to see them one at a time. Later on, you'll start seeing them in greater numbers, but that's all difficulty creep, which, again, this game has a pretty good difficulty curve. Though it does get a little unfair at times later. Oh! Put it this way, for once I'm actually glad I'm playing this game. Yeah, let's face it, this could get kind of awkward if I wasn't playing this game with clothes on. Yes, I did put that image in your mind on purpose, and yes, I am mean. Oh, yes.
There'll be a heavy weapon.
Okay, I've got to make some forward progress. Yeah, boy. Plasma gun. Oh boy. Keep moving, Titus. Keep moving. As I just run straight past those orcs, because I'm not that much of a threat. And head for that plasma gun, because that is a bit of a threat. More importantly, we need it. Plasma cannon. Gonna have to tear it off, otherwise I'm gonna get probably murdered. So do have to be a little careful during this fight. I quite often lose this fight because it is a little tricky. Because of course there's no way to regenerate your health during it. Because you can't execute while you're carrying a heavy weapon. Kind of getting a clean shot of this thing's a little tricky. Come on. Come on, come on. At least the plasma cannon does sufficient damage. You notice one of those guys was an Orc Knob and he went down hard and fast. Yes, I'm doing it on purpose now. What can I say? I'm in a, you know, I'm in a weird mood at the moment. Come on. Let's see if I can shove a fully charged shot right down their gullet. Yes, I can. Hey. And it's down. Timber! Yes, I'm in a really weird mood today, sorry. Oh, that looks violent. Part 2, The Inquisitor. Now we're coming up to the bit of this game that I know the absolute best, for the simple reason that this bit was actually the demo. So I know this way. You know, I know this bit backwards and forwards. I've played the demo for this game a whole bunch of times before it came out. That's back in the days when I actually played demos. Back in the days when PC Gamer actually still had a demo disc. You know, they stopped doing it these days on the grounds that, you know, A, a lot of games don't do demos, and B, if you want them, you can get them very easily from places like Steam.
Trying to deliver a message. Must be damaged.
Quick question for 40k fans. Are servo skulls actually made from human skulls? It's something I've always wondered, but never been able to find an answer for.
What is the Inquisition doing here?
We're about to find out.
Basically, if the Inquisition's on planet, you're in trouble.
This is Inquisitor Drogan. I need urgent assistance at Manufacturer Majakis. They're after the experimental device. The device is safe for the time being. I've drawn them off. But now I'm trapped. If I die, you must keep the device out of enemy hands. Or he'll be unstoppable. I needed more time.
Bit ominous. The thing is, experimental device is actually very, very rare for the 40k universe, or it is for these guys. Because let's face it, they pretty much view experimentation as heresy. You know, the only time they ever get anything new is when they rediscover something old that they'd lost. You know, the only race in the galaxy that really seems to be into their new technology are the Tau. And there's a reason why the Tau are doing quite well at the moment. It's because they are the only race that actually actively seem to be trying to improve their tech. You know, everybody else is stuck in old ways.
The orcs must be operating that crane.
That is a really goddamn big gun.
We must disable that crane.
Hi guys. Where the hell did that grenade bounce? I've never seen that happen before. Let's face it, most of these guys are armed with orc choppers, which are basically just axes. But again, because the orcs think they'll do more damage, they do more damage. It's scary. Because I seem to recall that there's actually a short story set in the 40k universe about somebody who attempted to effectively use the orcs' psychic link against them by using propaganda to make them think that Space Marine armor had been modified so it was completely impervious to all their weapons. The idea being that if they could make the orcs believe that, then it would become true. I can't remember what happened in it though, because it's as I say, it's a short story I've heard of, but I don't think I've ever actually read it. Yeah, but I maintain that would be quite an interesting idea. But whether anybody in the 40k universe would be smart enough to come up with it, I don't know. Because as I say, creative thinking isn't really something that the 40k universe tries to teach anybody. Except for the Tau.